we did something similar on the channel. We both did a similar to that we speculated that we really think it's gonna go at least 100 just based on sales, merchandise, and the fact that Future Punch is coming back. That kind of just sells.
Yes. Yes.
People love them.
what you're translating, some things are